Alaikum everyone at home. Alhamdulillah, 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 Rabbil Alameen. We thank God, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us this opportunity to witness another family retreat for this year. At the beginning, we never envisaged that this is how it's going to be, but we thank Allah that it was possible. Those people behind it, the organizers, actually made it possible. Last night I had an interview with the chairman of the organizing committee on person of Dr. Yusuf. He said they have series of program for us. I thought it was like a joke until we went into it. And alhamdulillah today, from my own point of view, I believe it was a success. I asked him then if he would make himself available for us before the end of the program, and he said yes. But today, he's not the only one here. I will not waste much of your time. I will jump straight into the event, into the discussion. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. As I said earlier on, we meet on this. Thank you very much. We meet to have this discussion. Three of our formidable character within Nasfat, UK and Ireland. They've done a massive job in pushing this program forward, in pulling out something that nobody ever expected that it will happen that way. As I said earlier on, I'm with the chairman organizing committee in person of Dr. Hafiz Yusuf. Doctor, you're welcome to this program. The next person I will be introducing is no other person than Alaja Nimot Raji. At the beginning, I even didn't know her, but I started looking at the messages coming on the platform of this committee, and it was about her asking the necessary question, pushing forward every member of that committee, start to tick off all those boxes. And I said, wow, this is a tough one to do, but she actually put it up. I said, Jazakallah hiring to her. Alaja, assalamu alaikum. I think she's off. And with me to anchor this program is my dearest sister. She's been mover and shaker within even my own branch. I always give it to her. I respect her. I call her 10 men, not even 4 men, because she has done a very tremendous job. And that is the person of Sister Tolu Bakri. My dear sister, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you for having me on today's program. It's a privilege to be with our distinguished gentlemen and the beautiful Ajia and yourself, of course.
You're welcome. Doctor, so far so good. Where are we? What's your impression about this program?
So far so good. It's been wonderful to the extent that we'll start by giving all praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All adoration goes to Him. All thanks go to Him for having given us that opportunity to live, to witness the event another time, another year. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has been so generous and magnanimous to us to the fact that we intended to have this family retreat virtually this year, and Allah made it possible. From what we have experienced in the last 3 days, there is no we haven't got any negatives to the point that we will say no, it's not wonderful. It is so wonderful. A lot of encomium have been coming across to the organizing committee. A lot of appreciation has been expressed, particularly with the caliber and quality of the lecturers that we had. A lot of feedback have also been received in the last couple of hours to say what we can do better. There's always room for improvement, and the general overview is that it has been so wonderful. Alhamdulillah.
My dear Sister Tolu, in your own opinion, what do you think?
Mashallah, it's obviously initially when they said it was going to be virtual, I was a bit. It's been a virtual world in recent times, and I think people were at that stage. At least me and the people who are in field, I think we're all getting to that stage that we're getting a bit saturated with all these virtual events. We're missing that social contact. So honestly, my expectations. I know it sounds horrible, and please, my sincere apologies. My expectations initially wasn't that high. I think it was going to be another virtual program will be out of practice for us to sit through. But alhamdulillah, once the program started, I was so hooked, as now, charge the battery must not go flat. So, mashallah, Dr. Yusuf and your team, in fact, it does not do it justice. You've been fantastic. You've all worked hard, and alhamdulillah, it's all paid off. We've had a beautiful experience. Obviously, it's the first of its time. We've never had a virtual family retreat.
No.
And we really don't have anything to compare it with. But to me, I don't know what other organizations are planning to do, but I personally believe you set the bar so high. Whatever organization is going to plan anything similar, good luck to them trying to meet up with this bar. So just like parents to you and your team. To me, I've learned a lot. I've been entertained. I've enjoyed listening to both the external experts and our own in-house experts. Programs like this just make us realize that we have so much potential, we have so much talent even within the organization. Which, alhamdulillah, it's filled with pride. When we listen to our younger adults speak, when we listen to the older adults speak, I can go on and on and on. For me, it's been a beautiful experience.
Mashallah. My sister. Doctor, if I may ask you this question, how did you put this thing off with your team?
Oh, well, Alhamdulillah, again, I have to give gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Like I said 2 days ago, I did mention that the whole program started about 5-6 weeks maximum ago. It was an inspiration from one of the committee members who thought, why should we have to cancel the retreat twice consecutively? Last year we couldn't do it because it was at the peak of COVID-19. We are now, everyone is working from home. Everyone is, a lot of people are doing virtual offices and that. So we can borrow some leave from that, and that's how we started. So they pushed it to me, and I said, why not? We can do it, and that made it possible for us to do it. But in organizing these events, it's taking us a lot of hours of meeting. We have to do meetings at least twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week. And when we start the meeting, nothing less than 3 hours at a go. And one of the things that we actually set out at the beginning was that we don't necessarily need a committee or committee this, committee that. Every one of us had his or her hands on deck. So as we were planning the lecture, we are also drawing out the timetable. We are also contacting the lecturers. So everything was done as a team. So we were working as a team. During the meeting, that is where we discuss issues that we have to finalize before we move on to the next thing. So alhamdulillah, Allah made it possible for us to invest those time. May Allah reward us abundantly.
MashaAllah. Thank you very much. My sister, do you have anything to ask, Doctor?
Yes, sir. As someone who has run a few events during COVID, nothing on the scale of what you've done, nothing at all. I have an insight into how challenging it could be. But also, there are some benefits, and at times it could be easier than running face-to-face events. So to you, what advantages, in what ways were, in what ways was having it virtually easier than actually having it face to face? You know, obviously with the, if it had been physical, I'm sure the logistics would have been different. So there would have been some advantages to having it virtual. Can you share that with us, please?
Well, one of the advantages of the virtual platform is that we have many more people attend these virtual ones. For example, when we had the couples night yesterday, we had nothing less than 90 something couples. I doubt if we did it physically, we have 95 couples attend the couples night. So we mentioned logistics. Apart from the financial aspect of it, the virtual platform is a bit easier to organize because you just have to set up Zoom rooms and breakout rooms and all of those things. If it were to be done physically, we will need to look for venues that will have give us multiple rooms, and for each room that we want to use, we have to pay, and that takes the cost of organizing higher. It becomes
Okay.
much more expensive for people to attend. So from that point of view, the virtual one is good. But the virtual one, as good as it is, got its own deficiency as well. People are, like you mentioned, people have been experiencing Zoom lag or Zoom fatigue. That wouldn't be an issue with a physical one. In terms of traveling, usually we go out of the city of London. It's a bit of challenge for people to travel far distance. Now they have to be in the comfort of their homes, and these are some of the benefits. Also, but the reality is that there is nothing that has advantages without disadvantages. So we
Yeah.
can only do our post event evaluation going forward to see whether we want to sustain the physical one, or we want to move entirely to virtual platform. Or albeit we might actually be thinking about a kind of a hybrid to uh, organizing the thing. So it's different for everybody.
Okay. Thank you very much, Doctor. Last time that we
Yeah.
spoke,
But number proof. I'm so
yeah.
sorry. Could I have
No, no,
ask
go
a
ahead, go
follow
ahead, go
on
ahead, go
question,
ahead,
please?
go ahead.
Dr. Yusuf Sir, you had mentioned the couples nights yesterday, and by far that was my favorite part of the program, which is hard to say because there were so many lovely, lovely events. But I think that one I found very, very entertaining, and I know there were quite a few suggestions yesterday going forward. Aside from um, the family retreat, are there any plans to make the couple night a more frequent event?
Yeah,
Well,
we're gonna do
inshallah,
it next.
that's one of the suggestions or
Yeah,
feedback that we
yesterday.
got. Not only the couples night, even the singles night that we did on Friday night. So both of them have been suggested that it shouldn't be a one-off thing, not even a once in a year thing. We should make it more regular. So we are looking forward to uh, 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 I mean, looking forward to planning or organizing similar thing. But again, it depends on how far people like this activity. But from what we have got, people really enjoyed it. They liked it. The
Definitely.
singles night was so welcoming. People they didn't expect it. In fact, there was a suggestion that a lot of people have been looking forward to something like this, which they never got. Now having it here with them on the platter of gold, they wouldn't want to lose it. So same thing with the couples night. So we're looking forward to organizing it again, maybe in the next 3 months. Probably we might have to have it like quarterly or something like that, so that couples can get to meet themselves. I don't Yes, I don't remember. I mean, one of the attendees mentioned last night that I asked a rhetorical question. When was the last time you laughed this much with your wife?
That was
I,
true.
I don't know how many people laughed. So I did laugh a lot last night because the way people interacted, you could see that joy in their eyes. You could see that happiness, and that's some of the things that was lacking in the law of family. And so we look forward to doing it again.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
sir. I'm so.
Guy.
If I also say, aside from the couple night, these things, what they actually make us sit back and think about our relationship. Right now, at least for my family, we are so caught up with life. Honestly, yesterday we sat and we thought, when was the last time we had a date night? Even before COVID, we haven't had one in a very long time. So things like this just actually help us to stop, take, you know, think of our lives and how we're living it, and try to bring the spark back into the relationship. So thanks for bringing us back, for resetting our buttons, so to say. Many thanks for that.
Alhamdulillah, thanks for
Yeah.
being there as well.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Last time that we had a chat, that we spoke, I said and I asked you what was your expectation on the members. So, what do you think about member participation on this retreat?
When someone is planning something that has never been done before, you have expectations. At the same time, you have your fears, your doubts. One thing we didn't, one thing we avoided was to be too optimistic. We had expectations, and now those expectations were exceeded. By now, we have seen that a lot of people wouldn't have done some things that they did. Let me give an example. We had this activity that we called Work for Nasfat. People did it Friday, Saturday. By this morning, when I posted my step count onto the platform, people that thought it was never going to be possible for you to be able to cover 10,000 steps in about 1 hour. When I posted mine, a lot of people went out saying, "Wow, if doctor can do it, I can do it as well." So it was something that went beyond expectation, and that goes across all of the activities as well.
Mashallah, Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. If I may ask you one thing, sir, and every one of us, including you, Sister Tolu, what is your taking from this retreat? What are you taking home from it? Because I'm taking a lot of things home from this retreat. Doctor, from you first.
Well, my take home or my takeaway
Yeah.
is the fact that I can see that I saw that people have a lot of zeal in them. They only wanted, or they only need a kind of motivator, something that will push them out of their comfort zone. So I really appreciate that we were able to do that, and the sky is the limit, as they say. People only need a bit of nudge, and they will be able to attain their climax.
Sister Tolu, what do you think? What is your own?
So many. I've spoken about the couple nights previously, and to me, obviously, um, now we're making more conscious effort to spend more time as a couple rather than as a family. We're so caught up with family, which is beautiful, mashallah. But previously, we actually used to have time as a couple, which we haven't had in recent times. So Nasfat had brought that back again to me. And then our dear brother today, Sheikh Jibril Alao, that was, mashallah, that was just
Yeah, that was good.
amazing,
That was very good.
amazing.
Very good.
As I mentioned, I've known him for a while, and he has always been, that is him, right from time. And but he has changed too. He has developed, and just listening to me talk, and the way he makes all the steps. At times you want to do things, and you're thinking, I don't have the time, or it's too difficult. And the way he just made it, broke it down into little steps for us. It makes it more manageable. It makes you realize, yeah, 24 hours is a lot of time. It's a lot of time. We should really find time to learn more about our Lord and serve Him better. So that's gentle reminders. Doctor said, that little crumbs at times is all what we need. How we just broke down, studying the Arabic, once you know this and this and this. So it makes you realize it's not magic. It's not a big
Yeah, it's
deal.
not.
It doesn't matter how old you are, you can still go back and learn. And the lovely sister, I'm so sorry, I've forgotten her name, that spoke about the upcycling today. Um, we, because we really didn't know what to do. They didn't know what project they wanted to do. So we said we're going to keep this week's worth of recyclable goods. And my Lord, by yesterday, I was amazed at how much we had. We try, my kids are champions. They're green champions, or I can't remember what they call them. But in the house, we try to be as green as possible. But just being part of that upcycling project made us realize how much more we could do with regards to recycling and how we use things. So that was another beautiful one. Dr. Khadija, I believe, I can't remember.
Yeah.
I can,
Yeah.
Dr. Rashida, I believe,
Rashida.
mental well-being. That was
Yeah.
perfect. That was perfect. I had people ring me to actually say we really have to bring that again. You know, people were just so moved by how she spoke and what she was talking about. So much, really. It just keep going on. Mashallah, I think the
Mashallah, my
organization,
sister.
the
Thank you
organize,
very much.
organizers did a fantastic
Yeah,
job
they did a very good job.
getting the best of everything.
Doctor, I need to ask you this because someone asked me that question and I need to ask you. That is about the member participation. They said, why is it that when it involves anything central, meaning ZEC, member participation has somehow feel so little compared to when it is branch level. Everything, the event is at branch level. And I said, how do they mean? They said, most of the time when they log in, they could remember when the lockdown started. The first set of lockdown first started, almost over 500 people logged on to Zoom, and people on Facebook, people on what's the name, on YouTube and co. That we're almost going to about 800, 900 people. But suddenly that just dropped with time. But whenever a particular branch is doing something, there is tendency that even more member logging into that program rather than the ZEC program. What do you think is the problem?
Well, there could be a lot of factors to that. So let me start from the first one with regards to the lockdown. At the initial stage, when lockdown started, Nasfat was one of the first organizations that went online. So when the news went round that Nasfat UK and Ireland was doing online service, a lot of people joined from far and near. So that was one of the reasons why we had a lot of attendees at the initial stage. So when other organizations started doing online, you expect that to drop. People that do not belong to NASFAT go back, they went back to their various organizations. So we expected that to drop. So that's one of the factors. Another thing is the fact that the lockdown was eased after a period of time. So people that were fully at home at the initial stage that could hook up to the platform, some of them began to go back to work, and that they wouldn't have that opportunity to join the platform. So that also accounted for the drop in number. So that is about the general drop in number overall. With regards to branches and the zonal activities, well, from my understanding, people tend to have a lot of affiliations with their local branches than the zonal activity. Don't forget, the zone is made up of the branches. So it is the branches that made up the zone. So there is nothing like zone without the branches. To try to still make the zonal activities strong by ensuring that all the missionary in each branch participate in the zone. So when people see that their ustaz, their imam is there in the zone, they tend to gravitate towards that imam that belongs to them. So that is the reality of the case. It's like running a confederal system of government. That's what we we tend to see. And generally, the zonal mission board have understood this, and we're working so hard to maintain that level of, or to sustain that level of participation at the zone.
Okay. Thank you for mentioning the zonal mission board, because that is where I'm coming now. I could remember about maybe 4 years ago when we were doing the online salatu, physical tajud, the joint physical tajud. I could remember the first one, I could remember the second one very, very well. And suddenly everything just crashed. And then since then, we'll really have a joint event together apart from the Latin Cadre and then wasn't it? And the retreat that we're doing. For me in particular, why I started going to retreat from the first day. It's just I want a situation whereby I can mingle with other people from different branches. Just to make sure that I associate with them, they associate with me. I gain from them, one or the other, they gain from me. To have this cohesiveness among us. That is the reason why I started going to retreat, and I've never missed anyone apart from that one last year that we didn't do. So
we all make that.
So what are the programming pipeline that can just bring that kind of, I know that what we have now, we might not have anything physical now, pending the time that everything is, to some extent. This is new norm, but we don't know what will happen in the next 1 year or 2 years. So is there any programming pipeline that can actually help to put us together instead of to pull us apart?
Well, like I said earlier, there is always room for improvement. There are challenges. One of the challenges is understanding the fact that we are better together than divided. So it's a message that we are trying to convey at the zonal mission board level. But like the scientists will say, we see the same thing from different perspectives. So the way I will say something will be different from the way someone else sees it. So we can always work towards getting those things done, but that's only when everybody align with that. But to the best of my knowledge, the ZMB is doing a lot of how do I put it now? The ZMB is trying to do a lot of things together. For example, we do a lot of reviews after every Sunday. We come together to work on it. Just a couple of hours ago, we were still talking about educational activities that will cut across everybody rather than individual. So we have some plans in place, or we only pray that Allah make it possible to push them through and make sure, and so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can make it possible for us to bring it to fruition.
Thank you very much. Jazakallah khairan, Doctor. My sister, do you have anything for Doctor or?
I think for the part of the organizers, so has spoken beautifully well. There's really nothing to add. But just remind our distinguished members, all Nasfat members and Nasfat members to be, that we also have responsibility. You know, I at times I feel the frustration when you go out, you're going to plan such a beautiful event for the benefit of others. And our people at times, I know it could be hard at times. I know there is so much competing for our time and resources. But to me, the things we do in that part are things that we get reward for here and here. So I think it's worth us as distinguished members to actually invest in it. So I would appeal to all our members to try. These events, if we were to go and pay for them, we'll be talking about thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds worth. You know, we have all these experts coming in, disability live, their time, their knowledge, sharing it with us for free. So this is just an appeal to our members to please be more proactive at joining this beautiful event. And also to give feedback and suggestions. In as much as the people on top have brilliant ideas, but members to have brilliant ideas as well. So if you feel I'm not really interested in that, maybe this is what I would have been interested in, please speak to your branch maybe your branch chairman, your branch secretary, and let them fit the ideas that you're interested into the zone. And I'm sure the zone will do something about it and run programs that you are interested in. So that's my contribution for now, sir.
Jazakallah wa my sister. This is where we say Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. To the organizers, from the chairman to the last person within your team, we say Jazakallah khairan to every one of you. You've done a great job. I couldn't believe it. When you said Alhaji Simon to me, I just said, okay, we'll see how it goes. But, but I was just, and when I started to check all those, the invites, all everything, I said, okay, we will check how it goes. And when we started, it was when we started, actually, that I now got into the rhythm of everything. I just said, wow. And I was here yesterday from morning till night. I just need to glue to this thing. I'm enjoying this thing. I didn't leave this particular point.
You are a late adopter then.
So
it was very addictive, very addictive.
And even when
anytime I had to comfort break,
the program, I'm there. Couples night yesterday, break. It was like, wow, in Nasfat, this is happening. I was just so happy. And when Professor Maruf said, okay, could we be doing this every time, not only waiting for our retreat to come? And I said, wow, I just wish Doctor just take it. I know it's not your might, but it was lovely. I just wish I was there doing all this stuff. But Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So this is where we'll say thank you to everybody.
Brother Maruf, I know it's early days, but if I could ask Doctor quickly, future plans, please, with regard to family retreats. I know it's early days, but
that's an interesting question. We are not the only one planning. Even the venue that we used the last time 2 years ago, the moment the Prime Minister announced what does he call it, the roadmap, I got a call from them that, wow, we have a roadmap now. When are you coming? So they are also looking forward to. Yeah, they are also looking forward to having us. And when I told them that this year we are doing it virtually, and next year, unfortunately, our usual Easter break will be in the middle of Ramadan, and we are not going to be doing it in Ramadan because it clashes with Easter. And the next thing they said is, well, can we look out for another holiday? Maybe we could fix you in there. So as we are planning, they are also planning. So that plan is already in the pipeline, and the next thing we just have to do now is put all of this together, write our report, send it to our principal, which is the Zonal Executive Council, to see how we go forward from here. But the plan is already in the pipeline.
Thank you so much for that, sir. Because I am so excited. I'm so excited. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm sure most of our members are as well. Thank you. May the Almighty reward you for the beautiful work you've done so far.
Okay.
Thank you for attending as well. It's not always exciting having a lot of plans and a lot of programs in place, and at the end of the day, we don't see attendees. It will be so demoralizing. Exactly. So we send our appreciation to all the attendees, our children that participated in all of the competitions, all of the activities, even those who are just on the sideline. Without them, none of this would have been this interesting. We appreciate everybody. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala reward us abundantly. This is part of our deen. When we say we are practicing deen, it's not the 5 times daily prayer that is our deen. Islam is all encompassing. It's a way of life. And when we say way of life, all of these things come together to form that life that we talk about. May Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala reward every one of us, including you, myself, and even those who are behind the camera as well. We usually forget them because we don't see them. We only see the actors. So may Allah reward you abundantly, inshallah, and not only in this world, in the grave and in the hereafter, inshallah.
Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody. And on this note, I will be putting an end to this program and to the retreat for year 2021.
Inshallah.
Inshallah,
Hopefully, we will be organizing another couples or singles night soon, so we might have to call you again.
That would be fantastic.
Looking forward to that as well, sir.
Jazakallah, everybody. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And I say
thanks for having us, sir.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum wa
rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.